Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 11th to the 17th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. I love how your cards are just falling right out. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. All right. Now let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have sustain, which is chicory. I always say it, but I love chicory coffee, so I love it when it comes forward because I just feel like it's such a warm, comforting, drink, but also this warm, comforting energy comes forward. Being able to sustain what you want, being able to move forward in, sustenance of being in self, that's really going to be important during this time. It's not going to be a week about building more, doing more. It's like sustaining what you have, moving things forward, making things come together. That's going to be really important. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. We have the inner child coming out. This is the heart chakra, and there is just such a connection to what you love, to what you're passionate about, but to that childlike wonderment coming forward. There's also going to be a big connection during this time to play, to curiosity, to brilliance of being. So that is an absolutely beautiful thing. Our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Be mindful of pettiness. Be mindful of fighting that gets out of hand, kind of like, people's egos being bruised, but also something that starts off as kibitzing, like you're just joking, you're just fooling around, and then somebody either gets offended or it gets taken too far. So do be aware of this during this time, Sagittarius, because you're really not going to be into that energy, but you're going to want to have a good time, right? You're going to want to play and connect, but this is like little kids when they're playing and then, one falls and gets hurt, or, they hit each other. Somebody hits the other one too hard with the stick. And then all of a sudden it's not play anymore. It's like, now I'm going to be vicious. So being aware of that is going to be important. We are crowned here with the 7 of Wands reversed. We then have the 5 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Empress, very strong sacred feminine energy coming forward, the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, interesting, energy to be mindful of. Leo energy, we're in Leo time frame. We have the 10 of Pentacles, repeat of the number 10, conclusion of cycles, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the 8 of Swords. So this does reiterate the energy of being like stuck too much in our head, overthinking, overanalyzing, coming forward. So that's going to be important during this time to realize this. This is about sustaining. This is about not about like building more, worrying about, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, it's about sustaining. It's about moving forward with harmony and love of soul and self. So that's going to be very important. Let me just make sure everything's in frame. Okay, perfect. So what's very interesting here is that this is going to be a week where we look at things and say, you know what, I'm not fighting this. Like, I'm not fighting this fight. I'm not getting involved in this nonsense. So that's going to be very liberating for us. So being aware of that energy is going to be very important. And it's crowning everything. It's like, is this worth my energy? Is this fight? Is this, negativity? Is this whatever worth my energy? So being aware of this is going to be important. We have the number 5 repeated 3 times. 3 for me is an angel number coming forward. So here, the divine number, the repeat of the number 5. 5 is a freedom number. Divinity is going to be showing us that we need to move forward in freedom of connection, of inquiry, of passion, but also knowing that we're not the same person we once were. We're looking at things, and for one reason or another, we're judging ourselves by an old lens. We're judging ourselves by old patterns, old habits, old ideas. And this is going to be a time where it's like, but I'm not that anymore. And we can get frustrated with ourselves and be like, well, why can't I see that? I'm not the same person. Because we need to nurture the fact that we have come out of a toxic time, an intense time, an overwhelmed time, and we are having the veil lifted from our eyes, but we're also creating and cultivating the world that we want. This is going to be a week of careful cultivation, of looking at what I need for the long run. I know you might be saying, but Dane, you just said it was about sustaining. It's about sustaining our dreams and seeing how we move forward for the power of us. And that is going to be a very powerful thing. We are looking at things during this time, and we need to take out the outside chatter, but there's also going to be a voice of clarity that got confused because of the chatter, the idea of others. And we thought, oh, that voice was more important than where I stand right now, or what I'm trying to build, or I have to do it this way because that's the way everybody else was doing it. You're not meant to fit in. You're not meant to go with the herd. You're kind of meant to go against it, which can be painful, right? And intense, but it's really important. The 5 of Wands is showing us that things can get out of hand. So just be mindful about this, especially play. If you do some sort of play or some sort of exercise where it could be like physical sparring or something like that, just be mindful that things don't get out of hand or somebody doesn't get, take it too far. So just being aware of that during this time. We are embracing our strength. We have the repeat of the number 8. 8, when repeated, 8 when it shows up is like, okay, we can be taking things very, very seriously. 8 repeated is telling us, okay, we can be taking things very seriously. So being mindful about this is going to be important. We're embracing our prosperity. We're embracing our success. We are also starting to see ourselves as blessed. It's like we're choosing happiness. And this is going to be a week. Do an exercise where you say, whatever choice I make, it is the right choice. Even if you don't like it, right? Even if you're out eating and you order the wrong thing, and then you're like, well, you know what? I now have more room for dessert, type of deal. So be aware of this during this time, that whatever choice I make is going to be the right choice, because we're adding to our prosperity. We're adding to our success. We're adding to our mind thinking, I make great decisions and I'm a very lucky person. So that is going to be awesome. With the Queen of Cups reversed, we can have nagging energy around us. Somebody who's like, okay, did you get that done? Kind of writing us, like a boss, a person that has authority in our lives, or who has a very powerful say in things, seemingly not satisfied. All right. So just be aware of this during this time. It doesn't mean that they're never going to be satisfied, but there's something bigger here, and you're not going to be able to fix it. You might be able to say, hey, what's going on? And saying that in the nicest possible way, like, hey, I thought I did that pretty well. What expectations aren't being met, and what might open up, and what will open up actually, is like a floodgate where you have to realize, like, a lot of that isn't your fault. A lot of that isn't on you. And then there's a sense of, okay, there's a lot more going on here. then meets the eye. So that's going to be very important here as well. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, if you have water sign energy in your chart, you might also find that other things are bothering you and they're going to bleed out in different ways, right? It's going to, like, the color is going to run, right? The dyes are going to bleed into other things. And what is frustrating us in this moment is going to be linked to something completely different. And as soon as we step back and we say, okay, okay, what do I need? What do I need to nurture? What words are pulling me down? That's going to be important. We will overthink, we will overanalyze up and down the Mississippi. So knowing that about ourselves and seeing that for ourselves is going to be very important. It's like, okay, I'm overthinking again. I'm getting too much in my own head. I'm trying to do this perfectly. My little Miss Perfect is coming out, or Mr. Perfect is coming out. So being aware of this is going to be important as well. This Leo time frame is going to be very good for us, but we're also embracing our personal strength. It's not the strength of you will do what I say because I'm bigger and better, type of thing. It is the strength that comes through kindness. It is a strength that can be easily overlooked. It is a quiet, gentle, everlasting strength. I always see this as the strength of great grandmothers or grandmothers, where you look at them, or even grandfathers. But I always think of my great grandma where I see the strength card. And she was in her 90s when I knew her. But yet she was one of the strongest women I ever knew. And so embracing the strength, it doesn't mean, okay, I can, lift a car. But it means I will be here. It means I show up. It means that I care and I'm connected. And that's really important. Yeah, that is really important for us during this time. And just for the rest of our lives. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message. And this is abundance reversed. Even though we're working so hard, even though we have the 10 of Pentacles right here, prosperity, success, generational wealth coming in, your ancestors, your spirit guides are going to be moving you forward, saying, this is what you excel at. We're going to want to excel in a different way. We're going to be saying, but this is what success looks like. Excuse me. And it doesn't look like me. And Spirit is saying, stop this. Seeing beyond the veil. Rising out and from the anger, negativity, hurt of others. That is going to be important. And as we do this, we start to say, I am abundant. Look how far I've come. Look how much I've accomplished. And people are going to say things. They're going to leave you little breadcrumbs along the way. They're going to say things where it's like, oh, but you always work so hard. Oh, but you always do so well. And it's like, what, me? Like me? Little old me? Like, it's going to be a very astounding thing and a very beautiful thing. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is the third eye chakra. And this is psychic development. This is knowing that Spirit is connecting with us, talking with us, guiding us, embracing that guidance, embracing that insight is going to be one of the most powerful things we can do for ourselves. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is the Eight of Cups. Overstaying our welcome. Thinking, no, I have to do this, right? It's either feeling astoundingly loyal, right? The repeat of the number 8 now 3 times, right? Is the sense of, no, it has to be this way, right? You have to do it just like this. We can be too strict to ourselves as well. And instead of saying, you know what, there needs to be joy in here. There needs to be laughter in here. There needs to be beauty in here. It's like, no, these are the rules and that's how you have to follow it. So we can be overstaying when we know we should be leaving. Like, okay, it's not the right fit. That's okay. I can find the right fit. And we can, there's also a sense here of being disloyal, of not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings. But you have to do what's right for you, but also what's right for the people you take care of and the people who need your guidance, and who rely on you. So that's going to be important here as well, Sagittarius. It moves us then to the Knight of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is being the hero of the story. This is the white knight that comes in, that slays the dragon and cuts through the poison. I always think also of the Knight of Swords as Gawain. The story of Gawain and the Green Knight in medieval studies is one that's told time and time again. But it's a sense of being the hero, the one who does the right thing, the one who, sacrifices and moves forward and moves mountains and changes the world out of the kindness of their heart and the tenacity of their spirit. And that is just a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful energy to have come forward. You're being the hero of your story, during this time, Sagittarius. And what's very interesting is you're going to find that there are side characters in your story, in this movie that is your life, that are coming in, that are also going to be heroes in one way or another to help lead you forward, to help you see things very, very differently. All right. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.